Are diet cakes worth it? Well, my view is that if you're going to have cake, just have the high fat, high sugar cake, but obviously don't eat it every day. Me on this channel, I taste cakes, but I don't eat them every day. I have them once or twice a week, and even then, a lot of the times I don't finish the whole portion, whether it's like a cupcake or a brownie. But I do understand there are people who want cake more than once or twice a week, and there are also people who have dietary requirements such as diabetics. So what I thought I'd do today is see what these low calorie cakes are like. I've got two cake mixes. I've got the banana flavour and the brownie flavour from the Skinny Food Company. So we're going to make them up, bake them, and taste test them and see what they're like. Okay, so first up we've got the banana bread mix. So here I'm just putting it all in the bowl. With this mix, it's 2 large eggs, 20 ml of oil and 160 ml of water. Now with the egg, I always put a little bit of vanilla paste with it. That's my tip for baking. Always put a little bit of vanilla in with your egg. It really helps, especially with the eggy taste. So I've put all my wet ingredients in and now I'm just mixing it all up with a spoon. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed so that it looks like this, all mixed up. Now on the instructions it says to pull it into a tin. So I've got a loaf tin here. Now I think the loaf tin I use is probably too big, but doesn't really matter, I suppose. So get my tin with my liner in it and I just pour the mixture in. Make sure it goes in evenly. And I'm just scraping out the bowl now. Get all the mixture out. Now, what I'm going to do next, it wasn't in the recipe, but I saw it on the front of the packet. They actually put some slices of banana in it, though it kind of defeats the object because, you know, that's sugar. I know it's natural sugar, but it's sugar, but I suppose it's all right for decoration. So I had a small banana, so I'm just cutting the banana into slices and just placing it on top of the mixture, just randomly. And then that will go into a preheated oven for about half an hour. It took for me, maybe a little bit longer. And that's it all baked up. Okay, so here's the banana bread cut. You see? The smell, I'll be honest, it smells really artificial, but I can't make a true, I can't say anything about it until I actually taste it. So let's taste it. It actually tastes not that bad. It's a very bready texture. I know it's banana bread, but it's almost literally like a loaf of bread. But surprisingly, the taste, I mean, it's not awful, but now I can taste the sweetex in it because this has got sweetex. There's obviously no sugar in it. And I can taste the sweetex in it. So, in the aftertaste, nah. Yeah, and it tastes like I'm eating a loaf of bread. Yeah, oh, nah. No, oh God, no. No, there's a big no from me for this one. Okay, next up is the brownie mix. So with the brownie mix, it was 1 egg, 110 ml of water and 20 ml of oil all in the bowl. So here's my egg again with the vanilla bean paste in it. Then we have the water. I don't think it doesn't matter which order you put it in because it's all going into one bowl. and then the oil, and mix it all together. Now this one I had high hopes because you could really smell the chocolate in it because it had actual cocoa powder in it. So mixing it all up until it's all mixed up like this, and then again just pour it into a lined loaf tin. Now with this one, because brownies are supposed to be a little bit fudgy, the baking time was a lot less, and then it recommended it to be put into the fridge for half an hour to make it more fudgy, which is what I did. So this is all the mixture going into the tin, and this is it baked. So this is just before I put it into the fridge for it to get all sort of fudgy and nice. Okay, so now I'm going to try the brownie. I'm still trying to get over the horrible nastiness that was that banana bread. Brownie. This tastes better than the banana bread, but the the sweetener is just, oh, it's horrific. It's horrible. That's all I can taste now. You eat it, you swallow it, and then you get the kind of backlash of the sweetener, which is not nice. Oof. But it is better than the banana bread, but only just better. So my conclusions, both of them were in general quite horrible. The brownie was marginally better, but for both of them, all I can taste is that sweetex, which that's what you're going to get if you're going to make a low calorie cake. The way to cut the calories is to get rid of the sugar and put in artificial sweetener in it. I know artificial sweetener these days is a lot better than the sweetex days because it mirrors sugar a lot more than the old style sweeteners, but you can still taste its sweetener. So my view is just have the normal high sugar, high fat cake. Just don't have it all the time. But I get it for people who have dietary requirements like diabetics who can't have that. So I suppose it's kind of aimed at that market, but I feel the Skinny Company is kind of, I don't feel it's necessarily aimed at diabetics. I feel it's aimed more at people to encourage a healthy lifestyle. So it's like, oh yeah, I want cake, but I don't want the everyday high sugar, high fat cake. So I'm going to have low calorie cake. And, I feel so much more virtuous for it, but not when it tastes like this. Not when it tastes like this. Let me know in the comments if you've ever tried any of their products, because they don't just do cake mixes, they do all kinds of low calorie things like low calorie sort of sweet spreads, actual already made up cakes. I think they even do like sugar, like syrups you can put in coffee. So they do a wide range of things, but yeah, I won't be buying from it ever again. I remember also me being a cake baker for how many years, 20 odd years. I think this is the first time. This is the first time I've ever used cake mix. Probably because I don't, in all my baking, when I used to bake for orders, I never used cake mix. I always bake from scratch. So it's a big, big, big thumbs down for me. So that was my review. Until next time, cake lovers.